Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world. Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world.
It's been a while. We have never been this excited to welcome you back. We know how much you miss the Boracay sunrise, white sand, and clear blue waters. But our heartfelt commitment stays the same to be with you in savoring the moment and ensuring your safety. While you are away, we have been working hard to strengthen our promise to protect your well being. From the moment our eyes meet, to be connected despite being apart, we want your business to be fast, easy, and convenient. We have implemented high standards of cleaning and sanitation in the hotel, for we believe that there's no other way to go but up. We want you to feel, more than ever, the warmth and comfort of our service. Day in, day out. Wherever, whenever, in every way we can. So many things have changed, but this will pass because we are together better than ever. We are ready to create more amazing memories with you, this time in the new reality.
Hi! Hello and welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV. Yes, this is the online TV show for all the Filipinos soon to weds around the world. My name is Janae Rabbit, professional host and certified wedding specialist of AJT Events Management, also known as hashtag Ask Janae Today. So here in Worldwide Weddings TV, what we do is we learn wedding planning while having fun. So tonight's episode is brought to you by Aja Deliveries. More than just deliveries, a delivery concierge. Also, BNI Supreme, the most successful business referral organization of its type in the world. Our bridal fair partners, we have virtualexpo.ph, we have brideworthy.com, and Belmont Hotel Boracay. Okay, so hello Philippines and hello world. Hello world. So it's good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So wherever you are right now and whatever time you are in, we want to greet you and we're very happy that you are watching our episode for tonight. So, if you are a Filipino again and you are planning to get married in the Philippines, then you are definitely in the right place because every night at 8 o'clock p.m., we want you to make this your daily habit so that you can learn from the different wedding experts that we have in the Philippines. So let's do a little bit of a time check. Singapore 8 p.m., Dubai 4 p.m., UK 12 noon, US 7 a.m., and Australia 11 o'clock p.m. And of course, the show is hand in hand with our ongoing worldwide weddings online bridal fair that's happening now all the way till November 7. November 7 with interactive virtual expo happening on the last 3 days. That's November 5, 6, and 7. So that's the time where you will have a chance to uh, talk to each exhibitors live in an interactive virtual expo. Yes, it is a bridal fair, but completely online. It's super, super exciting. You wouldn't want to miss it. So to all our viewers who are watching right now, please comment down below where you are watching from. We would love to know where you're watching from. And we are giving away prizes to all our viewers. Okay, you'll be part of our raffle that happens every Sunday night at the community event. And so as long as you engage, just chat, comment, anything, okay? Engage in the chat box. We will take note of your name so that you're part of the raffle. So if you watch for 6 days from Monday to Sunday, Saturday, 6 days. If you watch for 6 days, then you will have 6 entries in the raffle, right? So we want you to really keep on watching and keep on learning with us. So tonight we have another episode that is full of information, but I know that this is a topic that all of the brides want to know. You all want to know this. Well, maybe there's a few though who don't really need it, but even the ones who have budget, they still ask this. Okay, so our topic or discussion for today's session is tips on saving money on planning a wedding. Tips on saving money on planning a wedding. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a few tips, but at the end of this, at the end of my presentation, which is short lang yung presentation ko, I have another surprise for you. Okay, so eto muna tayo. What are the tips on saving money on planning a wedding? So what we did is we prepared different categories ba tawag doon, or parang different parts that you can save on. Okay, so let me flash myself first. Let me flash myself. There! Okay, so medyo liliit yung mga hindi nyo na mabasa, but that's okay. Okay, so let's go. First item is the wedding dress. Okay, paano ba tayo makakatipid sa wedding dress? Okay, so for our wedding dress, there are several options. I asked my couples, pagdating sa dress, are you going to buy or are you going to rent? Okay, contrary to some negative feels about renting is actually a new norm in other countries. Like I know that in the UK, I've seen some articles that talks about that they call it rentals, gown rentals, right? So that it is now, may isa pang term I forgot what is the exact term, but basically this gown rental is now becoming a thing because it's practical, because after mo naman suotin yung wedding gown mo, saan mo naman nga siya ilalagay, right? Unless ibebenta mo siya ulit, and if ibebenta mo naman siya is bababa naman yung value niya. Okay, so renting can be an option. That's one. And then when buying, there are two options as well. So when buying, you can either, actually tatlo yung option when buying. So when you're buying, you can buy Hindi, dalawa lang pala. Okay, you can buy ready to wear and then you can buy custom made. Okay? I guess yung sa custom made, meron din kasi siyang mga range. May custom made kasi na high-end, yung mga tipong super branded, and then meron din namang custom made na affordable yung prices. Okay? So if you want to do the custom made route. Now, if you want to go naman with ready to wear, there are a lot of designers who also prepare some ready-to-wear designs that are available either in the malls or even in their shops. So there, medyo mas makakatipid ka din. Okay? Each of the options that I presented, they have pros and cons. Okay, so I'm not saying that don't go for a couture gown. Okay, I love my wedding expert Arman Marco. Hello, hi to you. So highly recommend him, of course, our wedding expert Armand Marco Couture. So if you want to go couture, go ahead, and then you can also discuss how you can save money when you discuss it with your wedding designer, right? So they can also give you some inputs. It could be in the style of the gown as well, all right? So, but the other options that I gave you are some other out of the box ideas that you may want to consider. It doesn't fit to all, okay? Some people, they're really averse to the idea of renting gowns, but others naman are open to the idea. So you just have to weigh it, left and right. Okay. Now, next item on tips on how to save money on bridal hair and wedding makeup. Okay. So on bridal hair and wedding makeup, what I can say is that I have a friend, okay? Because she's really good in doing makeup. I was so surprised. Ako personally, I did not expect it. I was so surprised that she did her own makeup on her wedding. Shout out to Addie. I love you, Addie. Yes. Shout out to Addie. Real bride. She's also a professional host. And well, she's the one who teaches me how to do makeup. So I'm so surprised. And she pulled it off. She pulled it off. I would not have guessed it. She pulled it off. And so if you are really comfortable in doing your own makeup for your wedding, and I guess with proper preparation, I do know that Addie, what she did was she prepared like weeks ahead, and then she tried out how it feels like if she wears it all day, kung masisira ba siya, mahuhula siya, and all that. So with proper preparation, and if you're good with doing makeup, you might just pull it off in doing your own makeup. Okay, so but for the rest of the brides who are not so talented in doing their own makeup, one strategy in order for you to save money is, instead of going for the main artist, makeup artist, main makeup artist, maybe you can ask the makeup artist that you're interested in if baka meron siyang options na yung mas affordable, but because that, affordable option is under them pa din, meaning to say na the main makeup artist is the one who trained that person or taught the person the different techniques, then in a way you can still be assured that it's the style or general look or technique that will be applied to you, right? So you can ask your makeup artist if they have they call it sometimes team A, team B. So the main makeup artist, of course, would be team A, and then they would say na, we do have a team B if you'd like to consider, then yun, mas mababa yung price. Okay? Now, another way to save money is that you can, sorry sa mga other friends who are part of the entourage, you can also just cover the cost of your own hair and makeup, and you can ask the rest of the people if they could cover the cost of their own makeup. I think naman na, well, if it's a pandemic wedding or if it's the intimate wedding type, I think that some of the attendees are not in full glam makeup anyway, so they prefer just a more simple makeup for themselves, so then maybe they'll be able to do their own makeup. But my point is that then you wouldn't have to spend that extra money. It will be more focused on your own makeup. So, peace sa mga so, entourage natin. We love you all, okay? But, to our entourage members, pwede din naman na it's like your gift na din to them. Like, you still have a professional makeup artist, but you will be the one paying doon sa part mo na ikaw yung minikapan, so you'll pay whatever amount it is, right? So, there. So, two tips na tayo. I mean, 2 categories now. Wedding dress, bridal hair and makeup. Okay, now let's go to third is wedding venue. Paano po tayo makakatipid dito? Okay, for those of you who are not doing a Catholic wedding, but doing either a civil wedding or a Christian ceremony, or I guess those are the 2 options. Yeah, so you can have your wedding ceremony and wedding reception at the same place. So, makakatipid po tayo ng bongga. Saan? Sa fees of the place. Although, meron pa ding normally pag yung venue, may package sila na parang part A, part B, or section A, section B, like if you're gonna use both parts. So, there's fees there. But you will also not only will you save because they will give you a discount because you're gonna get both locations within their place, but you can also save on the wedding transportation because you won't be traveling anymore. You're in the same place already. There are some na talaga namang they really want to maximize and they really want to make tipid. Then what they do is in the same hall where the reception will happen is the same hall where the ceremony will happen as well. So ayun, makakatipid talaga yun kasi nandun na lahat. Okay? However, something to take note of, if you do that the ceremony and reception is in one place, like in one hall, you have to allot a few minutes of flipping the room so that the coordinator and the caterer and the rest of your dream team will be able to rearrange a little bit to turn it into a reception venue. So, konting tweak lang naman yun. Like, for example, adding a little bit of chairs here or arranging the table, ganyan. So, okay. So, wedding dress, hair and makeup, wedding venue, those are our tips. Now, let's go to my next slide. Okay. Wedding stationery, okay, or the cards that you will be printing or giving away. So, okay. Grabe, no? Parang feeling ko, bibili ako ng tip para makatipid. Hindi ko po ini-encourage na huwag niyo pong i-book yung mga wedding experts, ha? I'm just being practical as well for some of our soon-to-wed. So, for wedding stationery, pwede din naman na hindi tayo mag-print ng invitation cards, okay? But, pwede rin na mag-send out na lang tayo ng email with all of the details or like a digital invitation to tell your wedding guests about the date and the details of your wedding. Okay, so shout out to Cards and Crafts. Okay, well, good news is you can also check Cards and Crafts for some kahit digital layout. Oh, ayun. So, pwede pa din. You can ask Cards and Crafts to still do a digital layout which you will be sending out to your guests. Kasi maganda pa din siya. Whether you decided to print it or not, it's still, well laid out. Okay. Now, if you're the type naman who is very creative and you want to do your own wedding invitation, what you need to do is prepare ahead. Okay? So, prepare ahead. Plan out kung ano yung look, ano yung design, ano yung paper na gagamitin. So, if you have a lot of time in your hands, then this is a good idea, but if you don't have a lot of time in your hands, then maybe you just leave it to the experts. Okay. Now, for the wedding stationery kasi or the wedding invitations, if you think about it versus the other parts na minention ko kanina na yung how to save on the wedding venue, how to save on the makeup artist, on the gown, those are big ticket items. What do I mean by big ticket items? Meaning to say na malaki yung expense mo doon. For the wedding stationery, it's very affordable. So even if you save on the wedding stationery, it might not have a big effect on the overall total. You know, parang if you're trying to lower down the cost, so parang maliit lang. So kunwari na lang, sabihin natin yung invitation mo is 100 pesos each. For example lang ha, 100 pesos each. And you have 30 guests. And all of your guests, you will give an invitation. For example lang ha. So that would only be 100 times that 30, that's 3,000 pesos. But what if only half of them need an invitation? So that's only 15. So kung sakali man na cross out mo yun, so 1,500 pesos, yun yung madidiscount mo or yung madidiscount. Parang matitipid mo, 1,500. So if like, can you imagine it? Think about it. It's not really so big. So then that's why I can, you know, safely say that if you want na mawala na ng hassle, then just go back to your expert and let them do it. So, hi cards and crafts. Okay, next is photography and videography. Okay, so this is another big ticket item. Like seriously, the really beautiful photo videos can go as much as, my gosh, like 200 plus thousand. It can reach that. So, but one beautiful tip for this one is instead of getting the whole package wherein you have the photographers, the videographers with an S, meaning marami sila, and then meron pang mga album, meron pang blow up picture, meron pang same day edit video, meron pang aerial, ganyan, all these different things. Instead of considering all that, you can also consider with a more lean list of things. Lean meaning mas konti. You can just focus on the most important, which is the coverage of the event. So you can settle for a service-only photo and video packages so that you can hire pa din the dream photographer that you want or the dream videographer that you want at an affordable rate. And then, pwedeng yung album or yung edited video and all that, pwedeng later on na lang kapag medyo mas may budget ka na. Okay? So that will create a huge difference in your budget for sure. Okay, third item here on my slide is the wedding flowers. Okay, so for the wedding flowers, well, one way para makatipid is, excuse me, you can go the minimalist style. Minimalist style meaning not a lot of flowers, just, you know, it could be leaves, it could be like, maybe there's a flower, pero konti lang, like one beautiful bouquet lang, or one single, what's this, huge flower floating or inside the glass. You know, there are many creative ways to go about it. So one is really you can be a minimalist and, you know, create that kind of theme so everything else is also simple. Another one is make sure that you pick flowers that are in season. So you can ask your florist what is the flower that is in season or affordable at that time so that you can cut down on the cost. Now, I've heard of some couples where they say that they will make the centerpieces. That is possible, parang kagaya sa stationery, that's possible, but I would recommend that you consider the timing. Unless you're very creative, then baka instead na maganda yung kalabasan, baka magdadagdag pa ng stress. So remember, the objective is to not just to have a tipid wedding, but also to lessen the stress. If it adds more stress, mas magastos po yun. Kasi kailangan mo na ng mga things to do para mawala yung stress, okay? So, baka mapa-stress eating ka, ma-stress shopping, ganyan. So, kaya lessen the expense but also lessen the stress, not add to the stress. Okay? Something to consider. Okay, so let's go now. Next is okay, on the wedding cake. So, how can we save money on the wedding cake? So, fortunately, because, well, actually, unfortunately, because we're in the pandemic, but at the same time, ito na nga yung irony of it. Well, the other side of the coin is that because we're in the pandemic, now our couples are now considering having one layered cake instead of the regular 3-layered cakes na nakikita natin in a wedding. So, pwede na siya one layer, pwede din siya naked cake. It doesn't have to be the fondant cake na medyo mas mahal. So, it could be even a specialty cake, okay? So, it could be a specialty cake na maybe it's a cheesecake or something. Like, kahit maliit lang siya, but it's a special cake. So, there are alternatives now. We don't have to be stuck to the idea of the 3-layered cake. But of course, if that's the kind of cake naman that you want, then of course, go ahead and have that kind of design for your cake. Okay, so on the wedding cake now, second item in my slide is the catering. Paano tayo makakatipid sa catering? How are we going to save money? One great tip there is when picking the menu, you can pick a more simple dish or simple menu instead of mahaba or marami yung courses inside it. It could be a simple one like 3-course lang versus 5-course or 7-course. So that's one very simple way that you can save money on the catering. Okay. And then next is wedding favors and giveaways. Okay. So here, definitely a perfect DIY moment. So you can make your own wedding favors and you can get creative about it. You can also make use of photo souvenirs as giveaways taken from the photo booth. Yan, medyo mas makakatipid ka dyan. Kasi the photo booth is, you only pay them once for the period of hour, and then they can print unlimited. So, imagine, madidivide out siya. So, but again, if you are creative, let's go DIY. And then, I think this is my second to the last slide. Okay. On the honeymoon, how are we gonna save on honeymoon? Syempre, alam nyo na yan. Book during the pandemic. Book during the pandemic because there are so many promotions right now, guys. You can book in advance any of your romantic honeymoon destinations and make the most of the promotions of the airlines and the accommodations. Okay? Ayan na nga. Sabi ko na nga. Last slide. So, thank you. And I hope that you liked all of the different tips. So I didn't give so much, but at least I gave one on different categories. Now, I did mention that I have a surprise for all of you because I didn't just prepare a list of tips for you from me, but I also asked our wedding experts what they can say or what they can share as a money saving tip for tips for you guys. So let's watch this wonderful presentation of different tips and ideas from our wedding experts. So ano siya? Tipid tips, hacks, money tips, yeah, money saving strategies, all of that. So let's hear it from our different wedding experts right now. There you have it! Wonderful, wonderful tips and advice for all of our soon-to-weds out there. O, diba? Natawa ba kayo sa mga comments nila? I really like it. And the good thing about these advices na binigay ng ating mga wedding experts is they give it based on experience. Yan. Diba? Pinagdaanan nila yan. Alam nila kung anong mga diskarte at mga strategy. So, I'm sure if you reach out to any of them, they would be more than happy to share more tips and advice. So, ano lang yan, mga patikim lang yung mga tips and advice na yan. So, if you liked any of that, make sure that you register in bit.ly/WWPH soon to weds. Okay? Register, and tell your friends to register already because well, baka nalimutan nyo na. Ang grand prize natin, okay, is trip to Siargao. Honeymoon trip to Siargao. So, super exciting yan. And I know that our soon-to-weds are also excited. That's gonna be our grand prize. But we have a lot more prizes to give away as long as you book any of the suppliers during this bridal fair. Okay? So, check out na our suppliers over at our website, over at our Facebook, over at brideworthy.com. So, we have so many websites that you can check our suppliers at. So, I know that this is going to be amazing for everybody. So, thank you. If you are a Filipino and you're planning to get married in the Philippines, then definitely Worldwide Weddings is the place for you. Once again, my name is Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. And this is Worldwide weddings TV, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world. See you next time.